According to ESPN's Jeff Passan, Juan Soto is at the top of Boston's want list, and the Red Sox are scheduled to meet with Soto this week. The teams to meet with him are the Blue Jays, then the Red Sox, then the New York Mets,
Blue Jays, Sox,
and
Mets.
Finally the New York Yankees.
Oh, now, man.
The Red Sox are open to spending top dollar, according to Jeff Passan. John Heyman said the Red Sox have reported legit players. And this is a player, I mean, dude, he's 26 years old. He's the best hitter in baseball, pure hitter.
Yeah.
He's the best hitter in baseball. Aaron Judge hits bombs. Soto does as well. His eye, his patience, what he does at the plate. He's the best hitter in baseball. At just 26 years old, this is going to be a long contract. It's going to be an expensive contract. But you're getting 10 peak years with this deal.
Okay, I don't want to disagree with anything you said. In fact, and you know this, I was in Washington when he played for the Nationals and helped win a World Series. They do not win that World Series without Juan Soto, okay? So I watched this guy on the biggest stages take over and be the man. Clutch, championship, everything. So he's all that and a bag of chips. But those teams you mentioned, you know where I went back in my head to Ohtani. It was the exact same finalists except with a couple more. You said Blue Jays, Red Sox, Mets, and Yankees. Ohtani had all those teams, Dodgers and Giants.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And so here we go again. I mean, these teams are swinging for the fences here. Look, I don't really think he's going to come to the Red Sox. I don't. I'm going to be honest with you. I think what's going to happen, this is just my prediction. I think the Sox will make a fair offer, and Soto's going to get more elsewhere, wherever that is. Could be the Yankees. We'll see. And I think the Sox are going to go get some arms.
Max Fried, Garrett Crochet.
Evaldi, old friend.
Yep.
I mean,
he'd be a great number 3.
Blake Snell. There are guys to be had on the market. And we all felt this way last offseason where it was like, okay, they need arms. Maybe they get 2, right?
Yeah.
So it didn't come to fruition last offseason, but I'm hoping that because remember, the Ohtani stuff, it never felt like a real thing. Yes, they were in the conversations. Yes, the Sox were on the list. Yes.
It's also,
but it never felt like it was going to happen.
And his conclusion wasn't real because it's literally deferred payments.
Jeez, right. Good point.
He was $2 million on their payroll this year.
That's a good point.
So you have to have a team that's willing to mortgage its future to get him on.
I forgot about how his contract is
deferred.
Set up. It is so deferred. So yeah, so that was never a realistic thing. This feels more realistic. I just think in the end, I think Soto's going to go a different direction. I think Soto's going to get more money elsewhere. Mets feels like the team, doesn't it? He stays in New York. They overspend.
Yep. Francisco Lindor's on the recruitment.
They can take from the Yankees.
The worst outcome between the Blue Jays, Red Sox, Mets, and Yankees, the worst outcome is if he goes to Toronto. No one wants him up there. Yeah. But if you get him on the Red Sox, Mets, or Yankees, that's 2 playoff teams and a team that was just missing on the wild card round with the Red Sox. And for Boston, this is a superstar it needs. And yes, he's 26 years old, and yes, he's going to want a 15-year deal that's going to be looking about $42, $43 million a year. Yeah. He's going to beat Fernando Tatis Jr. on length, and he's going to beat Aaron Judge on AAV as well.
Right.
But he's 26 years old, coming off a playoff where his OPS was 1,100. His batting average was 320 plus. He was one of the best hitters, if not the best bat, in the postseason for MLB. This is a superstar you need and the superstar you want because he's so young. And 15-year contract may scare a lot of people.
Sure.
But 15 years, you take him to his age 41 season, you're going to get 10 to 12 years of one of the best hitters in baseball.
Clutch, too.
Let him be a DH. Yeah. He's a serviceable right fielder. Guess what? You don't need him in the outfield.
No.
As a DH, he is such a solid bat. And that's what and how the Red Sox, Mets, and Yankees have to look at it. You pay him. That is a lot of money. But you pay him to do one thing. Hit.
And which he can do. And he's also clutch. And he's a clubhouse guy, too. Everyone loves Juan Soto.
He would be
He's awesome.
Fantastic in Boston.
I have no listen, I covered the guy. I have nothing negative to say about him at all. And he was a child when I was there. He was so young. Now he's got some years under him. But I still think, I don't know if this is blasphemous or not. You guys check me, please. I mean, Hit us on the hotline, email us, do something. Put comments, in the social media clip or something, and tell me if I'm tripping. But I would rather, and this sounds insane, I'd rather get some arms. I would. Look, let him go to the Mets or the Yankees or whoever. And George is right in everything he says. He would be great here for 10 years. There's no doubt. And I certainly would be excited if I'm going to get a Juan Soto Red Sox jersey tomorrow if it happens, okay? So don't twist what I'm saying here that I don't want a Juan Soto. All I'm saying is I would rather take what it would take, the resources, the moolah, the cheese, the cabbage, the money it would take to get Juan Soto. I would rather take that and get a couple of damn arms for this rotation. And I think it helps the team more. I do. I know it's crazy because it's Juan Soto. He's a superstar. I get it. I don't feel like this Red Sox team is that far off in terms of talent. You need the arms. You need arms that can eat up innings and be awesome for you. I can get, for the price of a Juan Soto, hell, I could probably get a Valdy, Snell, and Fried.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to get all three, but I'm just saying that's what it would take. Ohtani was a little bit different. Because Ohtani was like, okay, he can pitch again at some point. He is otherworldly in terms of talent that he has. Not saying Juan Soto isn't, but Juan Soto ain't Shohei Ohtani, okay? And I mean that as respectful as possible. As someone who loves Juan Soto, he ain't Ohtani. So I understood quite literally breaking the bank for Ohtani.
Yeah.
I'm not there with Soto. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'd rather have the arms. If you're giving me a choice, you can have Soto for this allocation of money, or for the same amount of money, you can have two high-end arms. Let's just call it that. I put some names on it, but let's just call it two quality high-end arms as starters on this team. I'm taking the pitchers. That's just me.
They have the room to spend. Now, those pitchers, that's what I'm interested in.
I don't think you're getting it all, George.
No.
You're not getting Soto and an arm.
No.
You know?
Well, you could.
You could.
That's going to run you on an annual salary.
I don't see it.
In the $80 million neighborhood
I don't
for two
see
players.
It. For two players.
But you need an ace.
Yeah.
And you need a bat that's a difference maker like Juan Soto.
So you would rather do that. You'd rather have Soto and an arm than two arms.
Yeah.
Okay. What if
and it's you go and get an elite arm, you get an elite bat. You have to continue to develop Brian Bayo, and that's where you have to see what you have with him.
Yeah.
And you have to see like an Evaldi, which is a bargain arm.
So you would go Soto and Evaldi. That's your offseason.
No, I'm saying you'd go Soto and Crochet.
Okay.
You'd go Soto and Fried.
All right.
And I'm not sure exactly what the price on a Crochet or Max Fried will be.
Yeah.
But that's an upgrade.
It's going to be high.
That's fine.
Let me ask you this. Same question.
Yeah.
Little different. Two arms like I want and the money it would take for Soto, or just Soto? What would you vote?
Wait.
Just Soto.
Yeah.
That's your offseason.
Yeah.
Or you take the Soto money and you get two arms.
So I have to pick one or the other.
Yeah, you can't do Soto and an arm. You have to do two arms or Soto.
Soto.
Okay, so we just disagree.
26 years old. Bats like this do not hit the free agent market at this age. He should be 30 hitting the open market.
Right.
He's 26.
That's scary. Look at what he's accomplished.
Instead of getting only 5 prime years, you can get 8 to 12 prime hitting years from Juan Soto.
Yeah.
In a ballpark like Fenway for a lefty like him.
And he's clutch. You're going to be in playoff games, assuming you get a guy like that. You better make the postseason, right? He's clutch as they come. Yeah, it's weird. This is weird for me, George, because I'm telling you, I love this guy. He's one of my favorite players. And here I am in Boston. I have a chance to maybe cover this dude again. And I'm like, I'd rather have the pitching. I don't even know who I am anymore. I want to do this. Brendo, can we do this as like an online poll or something? Like, am I crazy? I need someone to tell me if I'm tripping or not, because I think I'd rather have two. Let me be clear. So there's no misconception here. I'm not saying the money you take for Soto, you throw it at Blake Snell. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I want Blake Snell and somebody else. I need two, whether it's Evaldi, Fried, whoever. Give me two high-quality starting pitchers for the price of Juan Soto. That's what I'm saying. I would vote for that.
This is a proven commodity. This is the best hitter in baseball. You know what you're going to get, and you're going to get him for a long time.
I can't argue.
This does not happen in free agency. A bat like his hitting the market with this much prime left.
Sure.
That's why I'm taking Soto. At his age and what I know, it's not potential. At his age and the certainty of what you get, Soto is the priority.
Okay, stay here then, because we disagree. So I need insight from you. If you sign Soto only, and that's your offseason, I mean, are you significantly better?
Yes.
To me,
yes.
Okay,
yes.
So this is where we disagree.
You need that linchpin in the middle of your lineup to be a difference maker. You need that power bat. And outside of Rafael Devers, it wasn't there consistently.
Okay,
your DH was not a power DH, and it was a question on what you were getting at that spot. Your defense is filled out.
Yeah, it is.
You need a designated hitter, and that's where the big hole is, and you're lucky you have the infrastructure everywhere else where you have them only batting. You don't need them worry about right field at all.
So this is why I'm asking if I need to be checked. I disagree. I think you are significantly better, meaning, I can define it, you're a wild card team.
Yeah.
You're not winning the AL East, and I'm not so sure you're going to the World Series. If you get two arms as opposed to Juan Soto, now I think you're in a different conversation, because I think all of us can agree there's talent up and down this roster, but I need more pitching. And in the playoffs, we know pitching always comes through.
Where I look at this, I understand the ultimatums you're giving me on option A or option B.
Yes.
You're not stopping at two arms. You're not stopping at just Juan Soto. So that's why I say you go get Soto, you pay him, and then you let everything fill out from that point on.